John Tortorella said yesterday he would get Cal Petersen in games, wouldn't just ride Sam Ersson the entirety of February. And apparently he wasn't kidding, because Cal Petersen is in net for the Flyers per John Tortorella tonight against the Seattle Kraken. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Sports here with your Flyers post-practice updates. Morning skate just finished for the Flyers. Just got done talking with John Tortorella and a few of the players. It was mostly an optional skate, so only 5 guys were on the ice. But also got a chance to speak with Cam York and Cam Atkinson, who did not skate, but were nice enough to chat with the media who was here. Flyers obviously play the Seattle Kraken tonight at 7 p.m. Cal Petersen in net for the first time in quite a while. He hasn't played, actually, since 2023 in a Philadelphia Flyers game. He's played for the Phantoms for most of the time, but ever since Carter Hart went on his indefinite leave of absence, Cal Petersen was called up to be the backup to Sam Ersson. Ersson had gotten every start from that point, but this is the first game Cal Petersen will come into action. I did expect that Petersen was going to get a game one of these next two, because if you look at the schedule, you've got Seattle tonight. Seattle's an okay team, not great, probably won't make the playoffs. After that, you've got Arizona on Monday, legitimately a not very good team. They're probably going to be in the top 10 in the NHL draft this upcoming summer. And then you've got 2 tough games on the road in Toronto, and then the Stadium Series game against the Devils. Presumably Sam Ersson is going to get both of those games. So if you're going to get Cal Petersen in, it was going to be one of these two. I thought it might be Monday against the weaker Coyotes team. The Kraken are pesky. They're not great, but they're pesky. But they're giving Petersen this game, so Petersen gets the nod in net. Sam Ersson will get his first day off. I guess he got the break, but this will be his first day off since the, I guess, mid-January. He had 6 consecutive starts, 8 consecutive appearances. Now he gets a chance to be the backup as long as Cal Petersen holds down the fort tonight. More lineup changes, though, in addition to Cal Petersen coming in. Igor Zamula out. He's been a kind of an every-night starter for quite a while now. He established himself on that second power play unit. John Tortorella said that, look, part of it is obviously rotating, getting guys in. Nick Delorier will come in. They'll move to a 12 forward, 6 defenseman lineup for tonight. But it's also that Zamula's 5-on-5 play, in his estimation, has leveled off a bit. So they want to give him, a game, maybe a couple games to watch and just watch from upstairs and address the flaws in his game, the issues in his game right now. So Zamula comes out, Delorier comes in. Rasmus Ristolainen, who was a surprise scratch for the last game because of illness, he is back in the lineup, so expect Rasmus Ristolainen back in for the Flyers tonight. One other little roster update. Ole Lycksell was still on the roster, even though he hasn't played this week since the return from the break, but we hadn't seen him on the ice. It turns out he was sick. He did skate today. However, I can tell you that his bag was in front of his locker in the locker room. So my guess is that now that he's healthy, because you can't send guys down who are sick, now that he's healthy, he was good enough to skate today in the optional. My guess is that probably sometime this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, he'll be officially sent down because he is not in the lineup tonight. And since he's functionally the 13th forward behind Delorier, apparently, and a lot of these games are going with 11-7 anyway, I don't really see how he's going to fit into the lineup anytime soon. So makes sense to send him down. Expect that to happen at some point over the next day or so. Moving on, Cam Atkinson. This was something that kind of flew under the radar a little bit in Thursday night's game. He was benched the entire third period. His final shift was with about 5 minutes left in the second. He had an icing on that final shift. I don't think it was just that. It wasn't an especially egregious icing. Probably could have gained the red line before dumping the puck in, so it wasn't great, but it didn't lead to anything terrible. I just suspect that John Tortorella wasn't especially happy with Cam Atkinson's play and benched him for the third. So we asked John Tortorella today after the skate for his evaluation of Cam Atkinson. He didn't give much, but in his short answers, it was clear he's not happy with how Cam Atkinson's playing. Atkinson's still in the lineup tonight. It's not like he's benched for the game. It's not like he's getting another healthy scratch, but clear that John Tortorella's throwing down the gauntlet a little bit to Cam Atkinson. Wants to see him respond. We talked to Cam in the locker room after practice. He did not skate, but he was, as I said, kind enough to speak with us. And Atkinson admitted that his game, especially last game, was not where he wanted it to be. He said he felt like he was rolling going into the break, but, well, he felt like he played pretty well in Florida. He just didn't have his best game in the last one against the Winnipeg Jets. So this is a big game for him. Keep an eye out for Cam Atkinson, see if he responds to John Tortorella's third period benching and him throwing down the gauntlet a little bit to Cam Atkinson. The other Cam York, however, he's definitely in the lineup. You don't have to worry about that. He is an every night staple, but he very much is supporting the San Francisco 49ers at tomorrow's Super Bowl. Strongly imply that he has quite a bit of money on the San Francisco 49ers as well. It'll be a little bit empty if they lose. So we'll keep an eye out on Monday if Cam York is happy or sad after the outcome of the Super Bowl. That's all I have for you today with my post-practice notes. We will be having our post-game show after tonight's game against the Kraken. We'll see if we are talking about a third straight Flyers win after the break, but keep an eye out for that. Bill Matz will hold down the fort until I'm back up after asking the coach and the players questions about the outcome of the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
We all silly like the mayor.